college football, talking up Notre Dame. We've got Mason Plummer on the line. You can join him at Slap the Sign and also at Blue Gold Report. Tommy Rees has been named offensive coordinator, Mason. I know that has sparked much debate in Notre Dame circles. Your thoughts on the positive, the negative? Of course, Tommy Rees took over the play calling during the Camping World Bowl against Iowa State. That proved to be a big success, but who knows? I think there was a talent disparity there for sure. Your thoughts about Tommy Rees taking over?
Yeah, I'm for it. A lot of fans seem to be not for it, but you got to give the guy a chance. Nobody knows what it's like to be a Notre Dame quarterback better than Tommy Rees. He's been in the program for just about as long as Brian Kelly has. And, you know, he had his stints at Northwestern. He had a stint with the Chargers, but he's back. And as a quarterback's coach, he's done a great job. He's going to have some help with Lance Taylor using the running back committee. He's going to be the running back coordinator. So it's not all entirely Tommy Rees yet. He hasn't been given the full reins. I'm sure Brian Kelly's going to have some sort of say in the offense on how they want to run things, but it will be Tommy Rees' offense with some help from Brian Kelly as far as everything from I've heard. So it's going to be interesting. You know, fans are going to jump down his throat as soon as they get a couple 3-and-outs in a row, but I think you got to give him a chance. He's one of the bright young minds in football and a guy that I'm really excited to see succeed.
Hey, Mason, with Ian Book back in play at quarterback, a number of losses at wide receiver in particular, but what is going to be the same about this Notre Dame offense? What's going to be possibly different, whether that mean from a personnel standpoint or from the standpoint of Tommy Rees taking over and wanting to put his stamp on this offense?
Well, losing Chase Claypool, Chris Fink, and Cole Kmet, your top 3 wide receivers, that hurts quite a bit. But, you know, you got to like the guys that are coming in, as well as the guys you have returning. Braden Lindsey shined in a big way this past season with his speed. I expect him to have a great year. Jordan Johnson, the freshman, Xavier Watts, another freshman. So it'll be fine. I expect Tommy Tremble to be another leading receiver on the team. He's the current returning leading receiver. So Book just needs to find his guys, get the ball in their hands, and just be a good, complacent quarterback and just play confident football.
You know, is there anything about Tommy Rees and what he did either in the bowl game or what you know about his style and his approach to offensive football that would lead you to believe that we're going to be able to see what the wrinkle is, or the 2 or 3 wrinkles that are going to be Tommy Rees and more so his impact and his style and his MO?
I think it should be pretty evident quickly. Thankfully, Brian Kelly made the decision pretty quickly. I'm sure Tommy Rees knew about it beforehand. So he's got plenty of time to make his offense his own and really get his offense drilled into these guys before week 1. So hopefully in Dublin, Ireland, in week 1, you're going to see some wrinkles against Navy. You're going to see some different things other than what we saw from Chip Long the past 3 seasons. So it's going to be different, and hopefully it all goes well for him.
You know, there's a certain number of football programs and fan bases out there that certainly have the thought process that we're elite, we're number one, we want the best, we expect the best. And even though Notre Dame's been separated a long time, 1988, from a national championship, there is good reason for Notre Dame fans to be wanting to be in that conversation and be in play for that each and every year. With that comes typically elite quarterback play. It would be my estimation that Ian Book's not quite there on the Trevor Lawrence, Justin Fields level. What we saw at Joe Burrow was obviously video game-like this past season. But what are your thoughts about Ian Book? He's definitely been one of the, 15 to 20 best quarterbacks in the nation and put up double-digit wins in a playoff appearance 2 years ago.
Yeah, I think he's most definitely one of the best returning starters in college football. And there was a Pro Football Focus rankings that came out the other day that discussed the top 10 quarterbacks returning. And you got to believe that Ian Book's going to be a top 10 quarterback returning in college football. Just his presence in the pocket, when he's playing confident football, I don't see a reason why he's not a top 5, top 7 quarterback in the nation. But when he doesn't have his confidence, he's not that. So he needs to play confident football. I've said all season long this past season that he seemed to have happy feet in the pocket when you could just tell he wasn't confident. He's not going through his progressions. He seems to running was his first option, and he can run the ball, no problem, but it can't be your first option as a quarterback. You need to get the ball out and have your eyes downfield rather than immediately putting your head down and trying to run. So if Tommy Rees can figure that out, really get into his head that you know, he's a great quarterback and he has potential. He has potential to move on to the NFL if he wants to. You know, he is a great quarterback, and hopefully he gets it all put together in this season and leads Notre Dame to another college football playoff. So